Hello, Thunder fans. Welcome to Thunder Weekly. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Mark Rodgers. And we are at the Garage in Norman on Main Street. The Garage Burgers and Beers, where you can't get any better burgers and a large selection of beers and all the TVs for you to come in, bring your family, bring your friends, hang out, eat great food, and watch all the sporting events like the Thunder.
Love it. No, this is my favorite place we go to for hamburgers. So.
Yeah, and they got the Rad Hour in case you really want some really good prices. Rad Hour from 11 to 6 p.m. and drinks and specials for mixed drinks and beers. Mark, the Thunder started out fantastic, 24-1. Everybody in the NBA was talking about, wow, they have a really good chance to break the Warriors' record. All of a sudden, they face the Spurs, they start stumbling, and they had a bit of a wobble there. But they righted it this week, it seems like, and it culminated with a victory over those same Spurs this week.
24-1 is an unsustainable pace. You could have the best record of all time in the history of the NBA, but that's a little less than third of the way through the season and only lose one game. So that was a great start. I think also the beginning of the season, the Thunder did not face some of the better teams in the NBA. So
they had a very weak schedule.
An anomaly. It's a little bit of an anomaly. I mean, if you just line up Oklahoma City against the more subpar teams in the NBA, they might win 74, 75 games, but they got some challenges on the schedules coming up, and then it was good to see them get back on track against San Antonio. Still not shooting the ball well. Still maybe suffering through a little bit of malaise from the championship in terms of every night effort on defense. But I wouldn't trade this team's chances to win a title for anybody else's.
Well, and they're playing well. They seem to have the intensity back, at least against the Spurs this week. And we'll find out. They got a 4-game road trip, and we'll see more about it. Hey, we are at the Garage on Main Street in Norman, where they have Rad Hour from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and it has domestics, wine, frozen cocktails, and draft cocktails, all on special. All your favorite drinks on special at the Garage, all over the metro area. Go by the nearest garage and fill up with burgers and beer. We'll be right back on Thunder Weekly.
If you've been in an automobile accident, you need expert medical evaluation and care. Just like in football, every team needs a leader to reach the goal line. Dr. Lopez will be the quarterback of your care. With a trusted network of specialists, he makes sure every part of your injury is treated the right way. As a board-certified, fellowship-trained trauma specialist, Dr. Lopez brings years of experience to your recovery. Concussions are often overlooked, but we use the iBox concussion system, the only FDA-approved office-based device for detecting concussions. Play it safe. Get checked out without delay. Call the OKC Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH today. Your health is too important to wait.
Mark, one of our good friends, T&W Tire, is sponsoring us this year. Talk to us about T&W Tire.
Well, we love T&W Tire. They're the sports animal locks of the week, so you're always going to get some good advice on that. T&W Tire started off in Oklahoma in the 80s with 5 locations, and they've grown to 30 locations that are all across the Southwest, the Midwest part of the United States. So if you need tires for a fleet of vehicles, that's what they really specialize in. They do a great job with that. But T&W is more than just tires. If your car has the check engine light on, you can roll in there, oil change, they do it all. They'll usually give you a diagnostic exam for free when you go in there. So check them out, man. They do great customer service. Love the guys at the location on 25 North Council Road over there, but they've got locations all over. As we said, great family-owned business.
The Garage is more than just a place to fix up the classic car. It's also a place to watch an instant classic. Or write the next great classic rock song. The Garage, the place to keep it classic.
Charles, I do quite enjoy Oklahoma, but I do declare I miss the pub.
Oh, Michael, you silly muppet. Why don't we just go to Pub W? You plonker. Pub W. It's Oklahoma's pub with all your favorites. Fish and chips, pigs in a blanket, chili lime chicken salad, and of course, whiskey.
You said whiskey, my good man?
Indeed I did. Pub W.
Oklahoma's pub.
And welcome back, Thunder Weekly. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath. I want to remind you, Thunder fans out there, that if you're looking for Thunder hat gear, surfandturfgolf.com has the Thunder hat gear. Now, I have my Thunder hat gear, Oklahoma Sports Report, of which it was last fall's show. But we will have Thunder hats, and they're available throughout the metro area. Go to surfandturfgolf.com to find out where you can get Thunder-style hats at surfandturfgolf.com. Okay, let's go to that Thunder game and Spurs. The Spurs had won handily, and people around here and NBA-wise, we're talking about the Thunder. We're kind of intimidated by Wemby. I thought last night that the Thunder played a really good game against Wemby and showed that they weren't intimidated.
No, I think that Wemby is intimidating. I mean, how can anybody in the NBA not be intimidated by a 7'5" presence in the paint? And so you have to...
That can reach the rim without leaving his feet.
You have to adjust to him, I think, somewhat. You can't just haphazardly go into the lane. Situationally, you can do things with guys driving to the basket and cutters coming in. If he comes over to help penetration, then there's things you can do. Oklahoma City did.
All right, here we got coming. Yeah. Here we go. Ooh, avocado chicken salad.
Potato bundles.
And a burger. There we go. All-American burger. Thank you, sir. It can't get any better than that. Potato bundles, avocado chicken salad, and an all-American burger. You cannot beat that, folks, here at the garage. Burgers and beer.
Big improvement for Oklahoma City, though, as I was saying. Big improvement for Oklahoma City, challenging Wemby in the paint from the 3 previous games. The bigger improvement came on the defensive end when Oklahoma City really utilized Kenny Hustle, Dub, Jay Will to get in Wemby's space and making him comfortable, not give him space to operate on the floor. He's so skilled. He is 7'5", but he has the handles and the ability to put the ball on the floor of a player that's much, much shorter and has more skills around the basket. So force him to not be able to put the ball in the basket, make him pass, and get physical with him. And I thought that was the difference in the game last night. Turning around what was a 20-point loss to Oklahoma City on Christmas Day was a big
I agree. I like the defense on him where, like, Kenny Hustle and J-Dub started out on him doing that. But they get up in him where he can't put the ball on the floor. And if he can't put the ball on the floor, he is less intimidated because he's got a great game. He can move, he can spin, he can dribble, he can shoot the 3, he can dunk from half court.
Oh, he had some impressive offensive moves in the game against Oklahoma City. And man, he's 19 years old. He's going to get better and better and better. So I just don't think that the Spurs are the biggest threat to Oklahoma City right now, but they're second in the West. I think the second-place team in the West is better than the team that's the best in the East. So we may see this rivalry continue to develop.
I think it will, and I look forward to it. I think that this is a kind of team that will push the Thunder to be even better. They proved it last night. The Thunder had an intensity about them that came out this week that when they played the Spurs, so that they were back dominating the way they had been before. And I'm not saying they dominated the Spurs, but they won handily, and that's what they needed to get back on track. Now they're going on the road. They play at Cleveland, at Milwaukee. They have some games coming up. Miami, they have games coming up that are going to test them for how well they have, if they have indeed turned the corner.
Yeah. I think that the shooting percentage was up last night from where it's been the previous 5 games. Oklahoma City shot it terribly over the last 5 before the San Antonio game and still won 3. They had a miraculous win in Memphis where they came from behind. They had a nice win against Utah, which they trailed most of the game. But that
Memphis win was without Shea.
Yeah.
That was even more impressive.
Right, yeah.
So, and you're right. I heard you say yesterday, if they shoot the ball well, they can beat anybody. If they don't shoot the ball well, they're subject to get beat. And I think that's more true than ever now.
Yeah. They've been able in the past to overcome poor 3-point shooting games and stretches because of their ability on defense to turn the opposition over. They didn't turn over San Antonio a whole lot last night, or didn't at least get turnovers and go the other way for points. but they did shoot it sufficiently from the three-point line, and they did a good job rebounding. They had a rebounding edge on the Spurs.
Well, and that's one of the key points was having the rebound. I thought Chet played well on defense. He had some good blocks. He had some good defense. He may, not have scored as much as people would like, but he still played a solid game, and I think that's important.
That's a higher grade than I would give Chet last night, but I would give him a high grade on the season so far. And it's going to take him a little bit of time, I think, to kind of figure out how he wants to handle this comparison with Victor Wembanyama. They're not, to me, the same player. Wemby has got a little bit more overall inside game than what Chet does. Chet's a perimeter player, so I'm not ready to give up on Chet just because he's not performed well in this sport.
Not by any stretch being
good this season.
7-4 stretch, but it's going to be nice to see Wembanyama and Chet's rivalry as we move forward. Hey, we are at the Garage downtown in Norman on Main Street, where you can get an all-American burger, you can get an avocado chicken salad, or you can get a potato bundle. It's French fries wrapped in bacon with a little bit of sauce on it. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that here at the Garage. And they have that available all over the metro area at your local favorite Garage. We'll be right back.
I'm Oklahoma Sooner quarterback John Mateer. My job is to move the ball down the field and get the Sooners across the goal line. If you have been injured in an auto accident, you need a pro to be the quarterback of your medical care needs. Right here is your guy for the job.
Thanks, John. I'm Dr. Martin Lopez with the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic. I'm a specially trained physician with decades of training experience to help get injured Oklahomans back into the game of life.
Make your best play. Call and contact Dr. Lopez at 405-86-CRASH or visit okccrash.com.
Reveal the skin you've always wanted with Morpheus 8 at the new laser light. Combining the power of microneedling and radio frequency, Morpheus 8 stimulates collagen production to tighten, smooth, and contour your skin. It's a non-surgical solution for scars, wrinkles, and other blemishes, perfect for your face, neck, and body. Experience youthful, radiant skin with minimal downtime. Schedule your consultation today at the new laser light and discover a new you with Morpheus 8.
The Garage is more than just a place to fix up the classic car. It's also a place to watch an instant classic. Or write the next great classic rock song. The Garage, the place to keep it classic.
Charles, I do quite enjoy Oklahoma, but I do declare I miss the pub.
Oh, Michael, you silly muppet. Why don't we just go to Pub W? You plonker. Pub W. It's Oklahoma's pub with all your favorites. Fish and chips, pigs in a blanket, chili lime chicken salad, and of course, whiskey.
You said whiskey, my good man.
Indeed I did. Pub W.
Oklahoma's pub.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, you need to contact Dr. Martin Lopez at the OKC Car Crash Clinic. There you will be evaluated and treated by a board-certified and fellowship-trained specialist with 3 decades of clinical expertise. Concussions are an injury that are frequently underdiagnosed. At the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic, we utilize the iBox concussion assessment system to help further evaluate you. For an evaluation, please contact the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH or check us out at okccrash.com.
If you've been in an automobile accident, you need expert medical evaluation and care. Just like in football, every team needs a leader to reach the goal line. Dr. Lopez will be the quarterback of your care. With a trusted network of specialists, he makes sure every part of your injury is treated the right way. As a board-certified, fellowship-trained trauma specialist, Dr. Lopez brings years of experience to your recovery. Concussions are often overlooked, but we use the iBox concussion system, the only FDA-approved office-based device for detecting concussions. Play it safe. Get checked out without delay. Call the OKC Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH today. Your health is too important to wait.
And welcome back. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath from the Garage in Norman with Thunder Weekly. Mark, talking about some individual play. Of course, Shea is the heart and soul of the Thunder, and he's going to give his maximum effort. I mean, we have come to take that for granted. I mean, he is an unbelievable player, and he gives unbelievable effort. and he's the leader without a doubt of this. But there's somebody else that I think really impacted last night's game, and you missed him, Kenny Hustle. Kenrich had a good game in playing, and mostly just defense on bodying up Wembanyama.
Yeah, and he doesn't hurt you shooting from the outside. I mean, he had a couple of threes in the game last night, but his attack and aggressiveness raises the level of the team. Because I think when people see somebody out there making plays and getting to the ball, it raises the level for everyone else. But he's definitely doesn't. I know there are a lot of fans that really love him and appreciate him for what he does. But when you've got so much talent on this team. And they're so deep that he probably doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, but he plays an incredibly valuable role for Oklahoma City.
And he does. And another very valuable role player is Jay Will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jalen Williams came in first game back. He didn't play in the previous 3 games against San Antonio. And I thought he gave a lot of effort, and he brought that mentality, that joy mentality, that let's get after him kind of mentality. And I thought that was an underrated part of his game, too.
I agree. He is not going to get pushed around. I mean, the Spurs also have Luke Cornett, who's a big physical guy. You can't move him very well. And Jay Will is a hybrid guy that can step out on the perimeter and make 3-point shots, but he also can bang in the paint. And he's a good angles player. He plays with good position, takes some charges, and he's not afraid to step in there and do those type of things. So another part of the Thunder roster construction that shows why Sam Presti built the championship team. Well,
and I liked how he came in and gave a lift just by his presence and all that. But let's go back to somebody that the Thunder really need to get on track, and that's J-Dub. Mm-hmm. And I thought I saw some things this week from him that shows, even though he has still a lingering injury, that he is getting back to the J-Dub that we have seen in previous years.
I'm a little worried about a couple of injuries for the Thunder, and that doesn't include Isaiah Hartenstein. But Shea's got a bad finger right now that he seems to be always concerned with when he's out there on the floor. And then I do really worry about J-Dub's wrist because he still doesn't have the strength in that to feel comfortable shooting the 3-point shot. And if it's that sensitive, then I think the risk to re-injuring it is always going to be there, you know. But man, he's doing everything that you would want, and he's not hurting the team by not having that 3-point shot as part of his repertoire because he's playing great defense. He's got incredibly long arms, which I think messes with people on defense, and he's still going to the rim. But I don't think even in let's just say from 18 feet and out, that he's very comfortable with his jump shot.
Well, he's not, you know, but he is able now he's going to the basket a lot more. He's got that. I saw a couple of times this week against the Spurs, his patented move where he's going left, shoots right. He was deadly on that last year. He had a couple of those, against the Spurs, so that always brings, back a little bit of hope. But you're right. Now, some of the other Dort was out. Dort's struggling. Dort is struggling, and I'm not so sure that wasn't a bad thing, just to kind of get him a little bit of chance to have some off time against the Spurs this week. But they'll need Dort. I mean, he's a big-time presence on the defensive end. And last year, he made some threes that helped bring him through some tight games. Aaron Wiggins has been playing well. And I like Aaron Wiggins' game.
Boy, I mean, he's a reliable scorer. He's consistent on that end of the floor. He's going to try hard on defense. That's not his forte, but getting baskets and taking pressure off of Shea when he's not on the floor, strength of Aaron Wiggins' game.
And speaking of getting baskets when Shea's not on the floor, A.J. Mitchell has been, I don't want to say a godsend, but he has been instrumental in that second unit. When Shea goes out, A.J. Mitchell's being able to run the team and get buckets has been more than what they had thought he would ever provide.
A.J. Mitchell's in the top 4 players on Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I agree.
Isaiah Hartenstein's out right now, and I would maybe bump him down to 5, but J-Dub has not been able to make the contribution so far that he's needed to do, but they went with him for long stretches against the Spurs. He has got an incredible ability to get to the basket and finish, and it's unorthodox the way that he does it, and he led the NBA for a long period of time in defensive rating. So we don't think of him as being that good of a defensive player, but he has all-star potential. If he ever would have the ability to play on a team where he's going to shine like that, and I think the Thunder are giving him bigger and bigger role this year.
And thank goodness for it. Hey, we are at the Garage in Norman on Main Street, where you can have Rad Hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and have prime prices on domestics, wine, frozen cocktails, and draft cocktails. Plus, you can get chicken salad, avocado chicken salad, potato bundles, and an all-American burger, all here at the Garage in Norman. And they're available in the garages throughout the metro area. And welcome back. Final segment, Thunder Weekly. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath from the Garage in Norman. Mark, the Thunder go to Cleveland and Milwaukee with their next games this coming week. Cleveland, again, a little underachieving. Milwaukee, very much underachieving. Let's talk first about Cleveland.
Yeah, anytime you got Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley on a team, you're going to be pretty good. The Cavs have dealt with some injuries this year. That's not unlike a lot of other NBA teams. I still think that they're one of the top threats to come out of the East this year in the playoffs. They can get organized and maybe potentially make a move at the deadline. I would watch for Cleveland. It's the tougher of the two encounters at Milwaukee. Milwaukee lost a game to Minnesota in which they were booing Giannis. So it's getting kind of ugly there with the trade, the possibility of a Giannis trade hanging over the Bucks while they're not winning games.
Well, I don't think they will trade Giannis now at the trade deadline. I think what they're going to try to do is kind of fill in around the edges. I mean, they thought that they had a pretty good team, and it's proven out that they don't. They haven't been playing well at all. And so, Milwaukee is going to be a trouble spot until they figure out how to fill in the edges. Cleveland, like you said, Cleveland's got Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. I mean, those guys are all NBA style, and they play well at home. It's going to be a tough matchup. Speaking of trades, Trae Young, Normanite player, got traded last week, and not surprising.
No, it's not. I mean, Jalen Johnson has taken over the role as a primary ball handler for the Hawks, and he's really excelled. Trae has been in and out of the lineup this year. In the NBA, when you've got a guy on a big contract like that, it is difficult to move a player if they have any kind of issues whatsoever. And Trae's has been a little bit of defense, and again,
well, Trae, as much as we love Trae, he's got some downside in that he doesn't play well off the ball, and he doesn't move much out off the ball, and his defense is just from his size and all that. He's not able to do a whole lot defensively. So those two things. Now he's still an outstanding offensive player. He still leads the league, can lead the league in assists if he gets on the right team. I'm not sure about the Wizards because they have to make a shot to get an assist. But that was not surprising. He needed to go. I heard from a very reliable source that the Wizards are talking about a continued contract. And so maybe he will get a contract that will keep him in Washington for 4 or 5 more years. And if so, good for Trae. John Morant, trade or no trade?
Yeah, I think John Morant's going to get traded. Trae Young basically got traded for a salary dump. I mean, they're going
to have to do the same thing with John.
CJ McCollum. I mean, so yes. I mean, somebody will take a chance on John Morant. Unlike Trae, who's been readily available in the lineup for the most part during his career, John Morant's only played 53% of the games that he has been allowed or eligible to play. So he's a much bigger risk than Trae Young. Now, his upside is significant, but if you can't get on the floor, then I don't see why a team.
Well, I mean, Jaw's just a problem.
If you take Jaw on that's usually the type of deal you take a vet, on a veteran's contract, or mid-level exception or somebody like that. But you can't afford to say, well, this guy's a project, and we're going to have to pay him $60 million a year. That wrecks your franchise. So I can see why teams are very reluctant, even with the potential that John Morant brings to the table, if he's right, to take that risk.
Well, one of the things that's been rumored is to Miami for Tyler Hero. If I'm Memphis, I'd jump on that. I mean, just to get rid of addition by subtraction, and getting a Tyler Hero type. Tyler Hero's not great defense, but he gives you instant offense, and he would fill the Desmond Bain void that Memphis gave away Desmond Bain.
Personally, I enjoy work, but I would go to work a lot more in Memphis than I would in Miami. I mean, there's a potential to take days off is much greater in that city.
This week, I saw a thing about Ja to Miami, and I go, geez, what could go wrong?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis, I'll go to work today. I mean, that's, there's not a whole lot else. But in Miami, not so much.
But, okay, in the West right now, Spurs, Thunder, 1-2.
No, I don't think it's that clear. I mean, I think it's fluctuating right now. I mean, the Lakers are up there, but the Lakers are up and down. The Nuggets are holding serve without Jokic in the lineup, which is good for them. Rockets are still good, but they've been down a little bit. Wolves been the hottest team other than Oklahoma City in the West over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Anybody's game, man. Anybody's game.
There you go. All right, that's going to do it for this week's Thunder Weekly. We welcome you back to Thunder Weekly. For Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath, we'll see you next time on Thunder Weekly.